gorgeous. Carrie, you can't sit here, baby. I'm going to be doing makeup. Unless you want to wear makeup. Should I put some makeup on you? Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, oh, excuse me. That's what we're doing today. No, today I figured I would take you through me getting ready to film actually another series of videos. I'm going to be kind of like showing you my makeup applying process, because sometimes people ask about it, and or just kind of like I get nice compliments and stuff, and I kind of just like wanted to show you what I do. And as I've said in my other videos, I'm a little uninspired at the moment, so I'm just kind of trying to do anything to fall back in love with making videos, and that means being a little more, I don't know, kind of like pushing myself and just letting myself have fun with things and letting myself make videos for fun rather than just because I feel like I have to, you know? Excuse my hair, I know it looks horrific like this, I just want it out my face while I do the makeup. Right, Cooby-Doo, I love you. But Mummy's going to be using makeup, and I've got hair straighteners in a bit, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. So, are you okay to lie down, please? Yeah? I know you're cute. I know. So, before I ever put on any makeup, I always like moisturize my face and stuff, and when I have spots, I put spot cream on and all that good stuff. If I'm wearing makeup out in public, I normally don't bother with any foundation because, you know, it's a bit heavy for day-to-day wear, but on camera it really helps even out your skin tone. So I always apply my makeup way heavier for camera than I would in real life, as you can tell by the amount of product that's on my face right now. I always use a damp blending sponge to blend it all out because it gives you a nice even coverage, make sure it's not too cakey. Also, is anyone else noticing that this colour foundation looks way too pale for me at the minute because I spent a whole 2 days out in the sun recently and I tan very quickly. I'm naturally very pale, but when I tan, you know, I tan. I never burn, luckily. So it's great. It just means that, you know, in the winter I look like an absolute ghost, and in the summer I look like a different person when I allow myself outside. Which I'm trying to make myself go outside more, you know? Because sun is good for you and all that. The foundation I use is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and I think this is the shade F5. Yeah, it is. It's nice, it's good. It's a really, really affordable foundation that lasts absolutely forever, gives you really, really good coverage for being on camera, and if you just use like a teeny tiny amount and mix it with a bit of the, I think it's the NYX, something like the Photo Finish primer, something like that. If you mix them together, you get a really, really nice kind of just tinted primer that's really good for like covering flaws day to day, if that's what you want instead. So it's very versatile, it's nice. There you go, that'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. We'll use the setting powder in a minute, but for now I'm just going to do my brows first. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a specific order you're meant to do things in. This is just the order I work in, you know? Eyebrows, I think, absolutely make or break a face, so I'm always like really overly critical of my own brows, and when they don't go well, I get quite upset, and I tend to hate the entirety of a makeup look if I don't like how my brows have turned out. Like, there are certain videos of mine that I can't watch back now because I'm like, oh god, like the brows were wonky, or I way overfilled one, or like just, or sometimes if you don't do your eyebrows first, I completely forget about them, and then the entire makeup look looks unfinished and rough. And like I say, there are entire videos of mine that I don't like watching my videos back anyway, but there are ones now that I just cannot watch back even if I wanted to, because I absolutely hate how my makeup looks in them, and 9 times out of 10 that's because of something I did to the eyebrows. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've managed to like overfill a bit here and here, so this brow looks way too like wide compared to this one. Bit of a nightmare. Let's see if I can fix it. It's like overfilling by millimeters we're talking about, but it makes all the difference to how your face looks. It's passable, it'll do. I've been recently using the Makeup Obsession. I say recently, I've used this for like 18 months now and it's still going strong. But this is the Makeup Obsession brow pomade in blonde. It says blonde, it's not. It's way darker than my natural brows are. So it's not blonde, it's like mousy brown, but it works with my hair colour and my face, and it's a good medium between them. So I'm a fan. Alright, what my plan is for today is I want to do kind of like a neutral brown, slightly smoky eye here with a pop of orange in the corner, which is going to be fun, I hope. So I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette for my neutral shades and the smokiness. I haven't really used this at all. I got it as like a free gift when I ordered a bunch of other palettes. I've used those palettes to death, like the Take Me Back to Brazil one, the Zodiac Love Signs one. There's like a galaxy shimmery one that I can't remember the name of. I have used them to death. But this one, the one I got free, I barely touched. And I was kind of complaining today to myself, that because I do that apparently. I was like, I don't really have any like nice neutral colours. Why don't I have these? All of them are too orange or too this or whatever. And then like I open this up and I'm like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Why have I just ignored it up to now? Because I'm an idiot. And then the orange that I'm going to be using is from my favourite palette at the minute, which is the Rude Roaring Twenties Reckless palette. Beautiful palette, beautiful eyeshadows, beautiful colours, so blendable, so much product in these. I've used these so much since I bought it at Christmas and they still barely look touched. It's amazing. So I'm going to be using the Buzz shade here, which is this gorgeous neon-y orange for the pop of colour in the corner. And we're just going to kind of build up and out from there and see what happens. I'm going to zoom you into my eyes for this because that is a thing I can do, right? Now you can see all my faults. So I'm just using a really small, little, thin brush at the minute to just pack on the colour. I'm not worrying too much about blending out the edges for now. For now, we're just working on getting that coverage, which mostly involves kind of patting the pigment down rather than brushing it on. Alright, now though, I'm going to take a fluffy, clean brush and just kind of start to blend out these edges a little bit and blend the orange up and over into my crease. Which weirdly, blending without any pigment is making it look quite yellow over here. As in blending without any other pigment on my brush, that is. It's weird because this is a completely clean brush, never used before. Now I'm going to use this same brush, but I am going to put a little bit of pigment on and start to build it up again and also blend that out. Once again, I'm going to take another clean brush now and I'm going to take a really neutral colour, like this Feathers one here. It's kind of like a whitish colour. I'm just going to start to blend this out with the edge to really, really try and smooth out that edge because I want no harsh lines at all. I want it to look like my skin fading into the orange and then the orange fading into the browns and so on. No harsh lines. The best thing you can do when it comes to eyeshadow is just spend as much time as possible blending your colours together and really, really working to get those smooth transitions. It's the absolute most important thing, in my opinion, for decent looking eyeshadow. So this is now my like official designated blending brush for eyeshadow for this look. So I'm going to put that to one side and make sure it doesn't get any pigment built up on it. Struggling a bit with what colours to go for this look. So if you can see these, I'm kind of edging towards the more greyish browns, like these ones here. But then this is quite like, this is similar to my skin tone, but I'm worried this is going to be a little too yellow. I'm going to start with this shade here called Majesty and hope it's not too orange. And I'm going to kind of like apply this here along my crease and kind of blend it up and down a little bit as well. I have quite sort of deep set eyes, so it's really important to pack the colour into that crease and up and down, otherwise you don't see it at all. Because if you're not careful, you don't see any of my eyelid when I actually close my eyes, see? Okay, I'm going to come back and take my blending brush, and this time I'm going to use the shade Rain from this palette, which is really similar to Feathers, I'll be honest. I'm just going to take a little bit and start to blend out that edge up top. Back in with this brush, and I'm going to go in with this dark shade Duchess here. I'm going to kind of bring this in the lower corner of my lid and up into the crease a little bit to try and just add a little more depth and kind of darkness, dimension, all the D words. Now be careful, like I'm trying to be careful not to blend it too far over into this orange because I still want this corner to pop. I want this to be the focus. I don't want to risk bringing this too far over and muddying this inner corner, you know? And now back in with a little more orange. Try and brighten this a little bit. So these edges look really smoothly blended in person, but they're just not looking blended at all on camera. So I'm just going to work on this a little more. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my favourite eyeliner, which is this Revolution little, I don't know what it's called, it's like a little gold pen one, and it's like £4-5. It's amazing, and it lasts absolutely forever, and it's my favourite liner. I rebuy this all the time when it runs out. Not perfect, but it'll do. Bit of mascara because I have no lashes. Okay, a lot of mascara because I have no lashes. Next up I'm using like Obsessions baking powder, and I just use like a small amount of this because when you kind of like buff it into your face, like just a little amount, like you don't even need much. So I kind of tend to pat it on where I want and then buff it in, and I find it just like proper smooths out all my skin tone and reflects the light really well, as in like it works with the lighting that I use on camera, and just makes your skin look kind of flawless. It's nice. If I'm going to be using this and Kyra's around, I always have to send her away because it makes her sneeze. Poor baby. A little bit of blush now, and one of my favourites is this little Revolution blush palette. This is the one, oh, it's called Hot Spice. Oh. So I'm going to be using a slightly more orangey one today to match my eyeshadow. Normally I go pinker, and this is the amount of blush I would normally use like if I was going out or something, but because it's on camera it's a little hard to read, so you do have to put a little bit more on than you usually would, otherwise it gets blown out by the lighting and you just look really flat. And then finally I'm going in with a little liquid lipstick. This is a nice one. I was gifted this, so I don't actually know if it's a vegan cruelty-free one like most of the makeup I use, but this is a sleek liquid lipstick in the shade, well, in the product name is called Matte Me. The shade, I don't know, oh, here we go, it's called Hellacious. Interesting. And I love the colours of these when they go on. So this one's kind of like a gorgeous terracotta colour, and I love how smooth it is on your lips, and I love how it kind of like brushes over any imperfections and makes your lips look amazing, and it feels like you're wearing nothing. But I don't know if it's like maybe oxidizing or something, but the longer you wear it, the darker it gets, which is a little bit of an issue for me. So it's great for like filming a video, but not so great if I'm going out somewhere, because you don't want your colour of lipstick to change over the night, and at a point it gets too dark that it just doesn't suit you anymore. And also it means if you have to go and retouch up your lipstick while you're out, the colour you're putting on is a lot lighter than the stuff that's already there, so it can look patchy and horrible. So great for filming videos, not so great for actual day-to-day wear. Alright, now I'm just going to do something with my hair. So it's actually, this bit's tied up for the moment. Let me just put this in a bun out the way, and I think we're going to curl the bottom layers first. I love curling my hair. When I've washed it, I always put in a little bit of like argan oil and heat protection stuff. You can see at the minute my colours, my dye is fading a little bit at the tips, so it's looking a little ginger down here rather than anything else. I'm desperately in need of another cut. I've got a lot of split ends and dry bits, but other than that, my colour's doing pretty well this time. It's staying in, but unfortunately my ends are just a little bit dry and damaged, see, and in need of a trim. It's just what happens when you go months between a haircut, you know? So I've always been a fan of curling my hair slightly, and when it's this long, I quite like the method of, I just use hair straighteners to curl it, weirdly enough. These are Nicky Clark ones apparently, and they're decent. I treated myself to them a while ago, probably about 4 years now, and they've been so reliable ever since. So I just like to start by like straightening the length from the root, and then adding a little twist at the end like that. Perfect. And then once the entire head of hair's done, you just brush through with your fingers and kind of loosen them all, and it looks lovely. And it's a really, really, really quick way of doing your hair. If you alternate the direction that you curl in as well, you just get a little more volume, which is nice. As I get to the top layers of my hair, I tend to take smaller and smaller pieces and do kind of tighter curls, which again just kind of like alternates your texture and gives your hair a bit more volume and all sorts of stuff. So it's coolsies. There you go, that's the immediate difference with the air-dried hair and just curled. Like I say, we've still got the top layers to take down and do, but we will do that now. And it's so quick as well. So the entirety of this bottom half of my hair has taken about 4 minutes in total. It's so quick to do. So another exciting news, it's my birthday next week. That's a thing that's happening. It's a week today, actually. I think. Wait, is it a week today? Yeah, a week today. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting old. It's weird because in my mind I've already been 28 for a while. Because, you know, you start thinking of yourself as like nearly 28. But this is actually going to be 28. And that feels like a proper adult age. At 28, my brother was getting married. You know? Like doing proper grown-up stuff. And I'm just here curling my hair on the internet. Actually, did my parents already have kids at this age? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, my mum, I think, had Sarah Jane a lot younger than I am now. Well, like a few years younger. God, I feel old. At the same time, I feel too young to be old. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. But also, I'm at that weird age where, depending on how people want to insult me, they can go either way. They can either tell me I look 17 or I look 40. You know, I get both insults at this age. And by people, I mostly mean men. There we go, that'll do for the video, that's all good. I am going to say that's done, because I'm just about ready to give up now and say this is my face, and go film the other videos I need to. I'll just tidy up first and do that. But thanks for joining me today, thanks for being here for a little chit chat, thanks for following my little makeup routine. If you were interested in this, I know not many people will be, but you know, it's something, and it feels nice to just be creating and making again. Actually, people do like this stuff. I do have a few short little 1-minute makeup videos over on TikTok. If you want to go and follow me over there and watch them, you can do. And I also post makeup photos on Instagram a fair amount when I can, you know, it's a thing. So it'd be great if you want to go find me on there. But for now, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Maybe in the next videos I'm about to go and film. Who knows? I'll see you later though. Thanks a lot, and have a great rest of your day.